Okay, so as I said, this is a subject about learning data analysis and data science with the use of a particular software, and that's R. Perhaps towards the end of the term, we're going to try to attempt to use Python also. Two of the most powerful and popular softwares available in the market today, and they're most available because they're free. They're freewares, and because they're free, many scientists, many practitioners create programs, add-ins, and contribute it to the software. So it becomes really a robust software. There have been, to date, I think there are, if I'm not mistaken, more than 20, I think 20,000 packages or add-ins to R, which makes it a very potent and very powerful tool. Okay, so going here, guys, our course content. We're going to go through this 10 units. This is a tall order, so I will really need your cooperation and need your participation in learning the subject. You'll find that this will be really very helpful, not only for your next subjects, guys, for your subject in the following terms, but also for in practice, guys, because many companies are now migrating to R as the standard software or the software of choice for them. Because number one, it's free, and of course there's a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, guys, once you're able to hurdle the learning curve, then it becomes really very easy. And I would suggest that even after this term, we keep on learning about the powerful R. Okay, so the syllabus I have already uploaded also. Unfortunately, guys, I will have to amend this a bit. No? So course syllabus natin, why is it not showing? Where is our syllabus? Have I not? Do you have your Canvas open, guys? Can you see the syllabus?
Yes, sir.
Bakit sa akin wala? Okay, so let me see. Up, not correct. Why can't I see the syllabus? Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me just. So K32. So, okay. Update. Let me see. There are chats here. Yeah. Thank you, Jomabel. Can you see it now, Jomabel? Can you see now the syllabus? Okay, so this is the syllabus, guys. Jomabel, can you see it now on your end? You can, let's do the pop out of this. There will be some changes here, guys. I'll announce it as we go along. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jomabel. Okay, so here's our course content. This is our learning plan. So as I said, guys, getting started with data in R. And we're going to make use of an IDE, integrated development environment called Rstudio. R is just like the engine, and Rstudio is a dashboard. It's best to make use of R using Rstudio. I'll explain this in a while. Then part 3 will have data visualization, and then data transformation, and then we're going to have EDA, exploratory data analysis, and then we're going to learn data importing and tidying data. Then we'll go to applications in statistics, And our lessons will be basic regression, multiple regression, inference, and then I'm planning to add some more topics here which are uh, relevant to your future subjects in, for example, FINSTAD, which is applied regression time series, and also for your research. I think this is the best time to learn those other tools that are R related that will prepare you for your thesis in the future. Would you want that, guys? For you to be equipped with the necessary tools so that you're prepared and ready for your thesis. Pakichat nga guys kung gusto nyo, kung okay lang sa atin na we have added topics, extra topics. Okay lang ba yun guys? Kindly chat. Okay. Thank you. My only request, guys, is that when I have questions like this, kindly make sure that you chat, that you answer in chat. Sometimes I'll be taking polls. Okay, salamat guys. Thank you for that reply. Okay, let's go back. Aside from the syllabus, guys, I already posted some lessons. Module 1. If you can see in the screen, guys, there are I have posted some lessons, very quick lessons, the powerful R and Rstudio, introduction to R, that's a handout. How do you install R and Rstudio? Okay, your assignment, guys, will be by Wednesday, March 3, when we have our classes. You should have already installed R and Rstudio. Let me just quickly tell you how to install R. Can you see, guys, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you type first. Anyway, it's in the instruction. Comprehensive R archive network. So that's CRAN. You have to access CRAN, guys. That will first appear. That will be the first item here, in the list. So comprehensive R archive network. All right. So you see this, guys. Can you see the screen? The comprehensive R archive network.
Yes, sir.
And then here there are instructions on how to download if you're using Mac, or if you're using Windows, you have instructions on how to download. Okay, the latest, I think the latest version is, for example, if I'm going to download in Windows, what's the latest version? See this one? Okay, the latest version is, I think it's this one, R 4.0.4. Okay, so this is the latest version. So make sure, guys, that you follow the instructions and make sure that you have this already downloaded in your PC or in your laptop. Okay, another thing that you need to download is Rstudio. So let's go to Rstudio. It's one word. Rstudio. Okay, this one, Rstudio Open and Professional Software. Okay, so this is Rstudio. And here you have a version download, products. Okay, this one, Rstudio, the premier IDE for R. So if I open this, okay, it will also give you instructions on how to download R. We're not going to subscribe to the one with payment. This is for Rstudio server. These are for companies. For individuals, Rstudio desktop, you should download this also. Okay, we're going to use Rstudio, guys, in using R. As I mentioned a while ago, Rstudio is like the dashboard. Okay, it will give you guides or tips, or it gives a good visualization on how you can use R. R is the engine. Rstudio is just like the dashboard. That's my analogy for that. So this is free. R is free. Rstudio is free. Okay, so that's what we're going to use for the subject. Okay, now aside from that, guys, I think I have a question here. Okay. So there are instructions here on how to download R and Rstudio. Okay, this is part 2. Okay, then there's also R Markdown, which I hope, guys, by next meeting you should have also read this, how to make use of R Markdown. And there's a cheat sheet here which I provided you. Now, kindly open this one, this 1.6, and let's discuss very briefly why we're choosing R. Okay, so I got this PDF file from the net, and it's a very good material on why use R for data analysis. Okay, can you see the screen, guys? This is also included in the files that I shared with you in modules. This one, Introduction to R, March 1, 2021. So if you click that, if you open that, let me do that. Okay, you can download this. Let's wait for it to download. In process, please try them later. How about you guys? Were you able to download it? Ayan, okay. It's still downloading, okay. Download na. So I already opened this. And it's here. Okay, do you have it, guys? Oh, wait.
Yes, sir.
Why is it Rstudio? It's supposed to be a PDF file. Oops, no, not this, guys. Sorry, not this. Sorry, guys, it's here. It's 1.1a. My apologies. 1.1a, guys. Okay, there. Okay, so let's briefly discuss what why use R. There are very powerful softwares available in the market. Some are very expensive and you need to pay for that. Some are free. So you know the reason why we're choosing R, because it's free and then it's very powerful. So this was prepared by an assistant professor in STAT. I don't know what school is this, but it's a good way to understand why we're using R. So R is like a calculator. It's a statistical calculator, so it can do a lot of statistical process, statistical analysis, just like Excel, just like other softwares like Stata, SPSS. However, what's good about this is that this is free. This software is free, and it's currently used by many companies, many organizations. So learning it, guys, makes you in good company, because many companies now require applicants to have a knowledge of R. So it's a good time for us to start now learning R, so that when you graduate from this institution and apply for in companies, then that becomes a plus factor for you. So it's a programming language, okay, and it makes use of very powerful graphical interface. In fact, one of our topics in this subject is data visualization. And you learn how powerful R is in plotting data. Once you get to learn R, guys, you won't use Excel anymore, because the capacity or capability of Excel to plot data is very limited. While in R, you can do a lot. All right, so who uses R? Well, so many companies, guys. Google uses R to calculate ROI on advertising campaigns, predict economic activity, etc. make online advertising more effective. So the biggest search engine in the world makes use of R. Facebook also makes use of R. It makes use of it in its social network graph. So it's used for describing data and also for predicting or forecasting data. Twitter also makes use of R. And these are just some of them. There are lots of companies that make use of R for their data analysis. Okay, so Uber, Ford, Australian New Zealand Bank, Bank of America, these are companies that make use of R in their day-to-day operations. All right, so why R, guys? Why R? Why are we not using Excel for this term? Well, the main reason is that it's free and it's open source. So open source language means that there are many that contribute to the development of R. That's why it's a very robust software. Okay, I showed you a while ago the comprehensive R archive network. It's like the central body of R. So scientists, statisticians, doctors, engineers, business people into programming contribute their package or their add-ins to R. And then CRAN is the repository. They check it, and once it's okay, then they publish it, and it becomes available to the market. Becomes available for the use of everyone. So there are packages or applications for biology, for chemistry, of course, for statistics, for engineering, and for business. So that's why this is very, very practical and very usable. There's a vast community, guys, of those, as I mentioned a while ago, creating packages. And it's extremely comprehensive. It's flexible and fun. And I mentioned this a while ago. It generates very beautiful, outstanding graphs. Okay, so these are just some of the few reasons why we're going to use R for our subject. So this does not include Python, although Python is really fast increasing also. So as regards comparison with other statistical softwares like Stata, SAS, I used to be using Stata and SAS, and also SPSS, Statistica I have also used. But when I got to learn R in the early 2000s, I have been a steady user of R ever since. So if you can take a look at the graph, guys, kikita nyo na si SPSS, it was very popular during the early 2000s. But because of the presence of R and Python, it has, it has just maintained a low popularity. And so is Stata and SAS. SAS is a very expensive software, so medyo maliit lang talaga yung mga gumagamit. No? Although very powerful din ang SAS. Okay, so if you're going to embark on a career as a data scientist or a data analyst, these are the skills that you need to have. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-importante. You should have skills on data analysis. As I mentioned a while ago, R and Python tops the list. No? And data mining, machine learning, stat, structured query language, analytics. These are the things that you need to have as skills if you're going to be a data scientist or data analyst someday. Okay, so here are the top programming languages. So we have Java being the base, then C, C++, Python, C#, and R. However, guys, itong Java, yung C, C++, C#, I learned some of this years ago, but I have totally forgotten them. Kasi yung learning curve nito talagang very steep. But with R, guys, you can do a lot already. So if you don't know any of this, it's okay. Learn R and also learn Python later on, and that already gives a very, very good cutting edge See, I don't think you're going to become programmers someday. I think your objective is to become professionals in finance or in the business world, and skills in R and Python comes in very, very handy if you're a practitioner in finance. Not necessarily this programming languages. Let's leave that to the programmers. Okay, so number of R packages, this is as of 2016, 9,000. As of 2020, I'm not so sure, but as of last year, I think it has already reached 20,000. Packages are add-ins. These are let's say these are additions to R. So many people, many programmers, many statisticians create their own packages. And as I said a while ago, they contribute it to R vets it, and then makes it available to the public. Okay. So R started in Auckland, New Zealand in 1993. Okay, by 2020, guys, marami ng packages sa R. This is not updated. Okay, so we have here the popularity rank, and also popularity rank on GitHub, and popularity rank on Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow and GitHub are very popular sites for programmers. Okay, so and you find R up here, where it's very popular among programmers in Stack Overflow, and it's also very popular among programmers in GitHub. So you see that together, this is Python here and R here. So they log the limelight as far as softwares are concerned. Can we find VBA here in Excel? Fortran is here. SQL. I can't find VBA of Excel. I used before VBA, Visual Basic for Applications in Excel, but when I began learning R, and I found it to be really more powerful, I dropped the idea, and now I think I have forgotten most of the programs coding in VBA, but it doesn't matter for me, because for me R is really more powerful. All right, so commercial support if needed. So there are also commercial versions, especially of Rstudio. So for those companies that really churn huge billions of data, they don't use the Rstudio for individuals. Rather, they subscribe for the Rstudio server, and that's really a very powerful IDE. Okay, so I just browse over this. You have instructions on how to download R. Okay, so I'll drop this. Most of the lessons here we're going to learn in the future. All right, so let's leave this. I just wanted to introduce to you why we're using R. Okay, there's a online version of R. Can you please type Rstudio Cloud, guys? Can you please type Rstudio Cloud, and please sign in using your De La Salle University email address. Kindly sign in, guys, and then you should be getting you should be having access to your Rstudio Cloud. So for example, you didn't bring your laptop, you don't have access to your computer, and then you're outside, and then you're using another computer that does not have any R and RStudio downloaded in it. You can still work with R, making use of the RStudio cloud. So this is how your RStudio environment looks like. Okay, if you have already access to RStudio, kindly chat, guys, and say yes. Okay, thank you, Bianca. The others? Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Angeline. Okay, right. So it's very easy to access that. So we're going to make use, guys, of our studio. As I said, R is the software itself. RStudio is an environment that allows you to use R. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so this is the R environment that we're going to make use of in our subject. However, guys, okay, I think it's best for us now. I'll give you 5 minutes. You should first download R in your computer. So let's do that now so that we can start navigating through R and RStudio. So I want you now to go to CRAN. Okay, as I mentioned a while ago, go to CRAN, cran.r, or type Comprehensive R Archive Network. And then I want you to install R for the first time. So let's do that first. Okay, it depends on the laptop or computer that you have. There's a download for Mac, and there's a download for Windows. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes, guys. And if you're done downloading R, then please chat, right in our chat box, guys. Jasmine, ano ba to? Yung R na to? Pakilagay, guys, done yung R, no? Para alam ko kasi baka yung cloud pa yun eh. Done. Good. Jasmine, thank you. No? Okay, if you are done with R, guys, do also RStudio. Thank you. So download it already so that we can start using it. Good. Okay, anybody who's still downloading R and RStudio? All right, very good. Still downloading, okay, thank you. All right, so we'll give our classmates a few more minutes. Okay, the download the iba. Sir, for Mac po, which R do we recommend? Nakalagay naman, it should be stated there if it's R for Mac. Okay, let me go back to Chrome. If I'm installing it for the first time, for Windows, tsaka where's the installation and other instructions? Those of you using Mac, what did you click, guys, in downloading R? Those of you who used Mac, saan ba natin hanapin yun sa? Okay, I need. Sorry, I'm using. Okay, I'm using Windows. Let's see. R download for Mac. So here, i-google nyo R download for Mac, R for Mac OS. Okay, so naka-separate yata yung sa okay, so this is the link binary. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Anyone still downloading R and Rstudio? Which do we click after we go to Mac R? Saan na ba yun? Can somebody using Mac help out on the question, guys? Kasi sorry, hindi ko, I'm not using, my questions here, my question dito. Okay, there's a question here, which do we click after we go to Mac R? Can somebody who has downloaded already using Mac? It's the R 4.04 package, Isabel. Sige, Jomabel, sige, hintayin natin R 4.0.4 package. No, it's okay, guys. Don't be ashamed, guys, to ask questions. I really appreciate you asking questions. So you don't have to say sorry, guys. We're in this together, no? So we're going to help each other out. Pero pag na-download nyo na, pakisabi na sa akin para I know when to proceed. Just a reminder, guys, please do not be ashamed. Do not hesitate to ask questions. This is not a race. We're not racing, guys. This is a journey. We're traveling together. Okay, good. Thank you. Rstudio, Jean, are you using Rstudio? So i-type mo lang i-google mo Rstudio. Download Rstudio. Download Rstudio. Yan. And you'll be brought here. Download the Rstudio IDE. There. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Siyempre, i-download natin yung Rstudio Desktop, yung free. We're not going to use the Pro. Yung server pala, free din, but this is for servers. Tapos may Pro talaga na very powerful yung commercial, almost $5,000 per year. Yeah, oo. Basta i-download nyo na, guys. Okay? Okay, so I think, is there anyone still who has not yet downloaded it? May hindi pa ba nakaka-download? Yeah, set up nyo na, Okay, sige. So, guys, okay, I'm going to open R. Okay, let me see the chat first. Downloading pa rin. Sige. Sige. Pag nagka-problems, guys, sa downloading, okay, you can, anyway, this is recorded, so okay lang and I'm going to post this, yung recording afterwards. You can still follow along, with the lessons if you're having problems with the downloading. Super slow pa. Okay, sige. Thank you. I understand. No? Okay, sige. Thank you, Miguel. For those of you having problems with downloading, don't worry, guys. Mamimiss nyo lang yung konting introduction lang naman, no? But you can still review that once I post the recording. All right. So if you open R, guys, so this is what R looks like. Okay, kita nyo, napaka simple, walang masyadong interface. So this is where you type the code. And it's like a giant calculator. Kunyari mag 1 plus 1 tayo. Kunyari, let's say, 3 to the 5th power. Okay, so it's like a giant calculator. But of course, it can do other stuff. No? We're not going to use R per se, guys. We're going to use Rstudio kasi mas maraming mas environmental friendly yung Rstudio. That's why you need to download it. So this is how my Rstudio looks like. It will look different, guys, from your end. No? Okay, so there are 4 panes here. 4 yung panes natin, no? Okay, andito yung console natin, andito yung scripting, andito yung environment, andito yung files and plots. Now, most probably, guys, magkakaiba yung ano natin, no? yung the way your Rstudio appears. So let me just tell you how to modify the interface as you please. So you go to tools. So these are the tabs, by the way, no? File. Okay, ito yung mga laman ng file. Edit. Code. So there are several options here. View. Okay, so let's go to tools first. Tools. And then global options. So tools and then global options. By the way, guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sandali, may question yata. Okay, thank you. All right, so you go to tools and then global options. So you can modify your the appearance of your Rstudio. All right. So if you see this one, guys, so general, it gives us some description or some options on what to do. Then we have here code. Okay. Then appearance, guys. Ito yung appearance natin. You can change the theme. Okay, my sky, my classic, my modern. I leave you guys to navigate through this. Ang ginagamit ko, guys, na editor theme, Cobalt. You can change it. Pwede ambience, chaos, Chrome. Chrome is white, no? Clouds, midnight. It's black. My preference is Cobalt. Sometimes I use Chrome. Okay, then you can just OK or apply. I won't change this anymore. Okay. So far clear ba, guys? Paki-chat nga kung okay so far yung how you can change the appearance of your Rstudio. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Then how about this pane layout, guys? Sa pane layout, ito, no? You can choose to navigate through your pane layout. So kunyari dito sa quadrant 2 natin, if you're looking at it from the perspective of the Cartesian coordinate system, this is the second quadrant, first quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Yung sa second quadrant, there's a drop-down list here. So ito yung 4 na quadrants, guys, 4 na interfaces, no? Yung source, console, environment, and files. Okay? Siguro para uniform tayo, make this as our source. Yung first quadrant natin, gawin natin console. Okay? Yung environment natin sa third quadrant, files and plots natin sa quadrant 4 para pare-pareho tayo. No? As to the appearance, bahala na kayo guys pumili kung anong gusto nyo. No? So I won't change anything there. Okay na? Okay, questions so far guys? Paki-chat nga kung okay tayo so far as to the navigating through R. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Salamat ha. All right, that's good. Okay, now we're going to open, guys. Balik tayo dun sa ano natin. Okay, before we do that, if you notice here, dito guys, so nakikita nyo itong plus dito. If you click this, so you can open an R script, R notebook, R markdown, okay, and there are other options here. Ang gagamitin natin dito sa class na to will be R script, but mostly R markdown. So yung ano guys, R Shiny is for web application. Yung text file, pag nag-open kayo nito, walang mga functions. No? So it will just be text. So hindi naman natin gagamitin yan. Ang gagamitin natin guys, either R script or R markdown. Okay? Anong difference nila? I'm going to show you in a while. Now, I prefer us to use R markdown kasi may power to yung R markdown which you cannot see in an R script. Okay? So, another assignment of yours is to learn yung brief introduction to R markdown. Nasa material na yun guys, no? Nasa module natin, I already gave you some materials for that. So try to learn the use of R markdown. It's still here guys. We're still going to use Rstudio. Kaso medyo ibang klase nga lang siya. No? Tingnan nyo guys ha. I'm going to show you a difference. This is R. .R siya. Okay, this is R markdown. Yan. Okay, medyo may kaibahan sila guys, no? Hindi ko pa na natatapos kasi itong R markdown na to. Okay, but there's a difference between R and R markdown. Okay, initially we're going to make use of R and then later R markdown. So may I request you to please open ito yung ano natin kanina, yung modules. Okay, this one, 1.6. So please click this and open this. And when you open it, it will open in your Rstudio. Okay, kindly do that, please. If you click this, open it, it will open in your Rstudio. So it should be this one. I'm going to give you a few minutes and then please once again, please chat here if the file already appeared in your Rstudio. You'll see that it's stated here, R1 FINSTAD into to R March 1, 2021. Okay, good. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, thank you so much for the feedback. Okay na, good. Anyone having difficulty? All right, so let's go to the first R file that we're going to use. So take note, we're using, what type of an R file is this? Okay, thank you. It's an R script file, as distinguished from an R markdown file. Okay, so let's do this. Introduction to R. As I said a while ago, how many windows are there when we open this should be Rstudio. Sorry, Rstudio. How many windows, guys? Paki-chat nga. How many windows do we see when we open Rstudio? Sometimes you might think that there are only 3, no? Kasi nakatago yung iba. Pero andiyan yan, guys, no? Baka dalawa lang iniisip nyo ang available, but there are actually, okay, there are actually 4. You can minimize each window. Okay, good. Thank you for those answers. Yeah, 4. Okay, so again guys, baka pag ang lumabas, parang ganito lang, just like this. Take note that it appears as if there are only 3 or even only 2. There are actually 4 panes there. Okay, so you can increase the size of each. All right, what are the functions of each? This is your, ano sabi natin, anong pangalan nito guys? This is your source code. This is your console. This is your environment window. And this is your files and plots window. Each of these windows have their own role to play. Okay, you can type your code here either in the source window or in the console window. The environment window, guys, tells us the files that are the data that are currently available that we're using. Okay, this one, yung files, plots, packages, it just gives us several things. Number 1, files. Ito yung mga files na nagamit na natin. Okay, so we will have different elements here kasi marami na akong files na nagamit dito. Plots, if you are plotting or graphing a particular variable, and if you were using console, it will appear here. Packages, guys, ito yung very important. Ang packages kasi, ito yung mga add-ins na magagamit using R. Okay, medyo matagal yung pagbasa ng computer ko, so let me just leave that for a while. Okay, so let's start navigating through our Rstudio. Okay, now first, it's very important to know asa yung working directory nyo. No? So yung working directory nyo kasi, dyan yung ilalagay lahat ng mga R files nyo, tapos kung may mga nasa-save, dyan pupunta as regards your R. Ito lumabas na guys. Can you see this? Can you see guys? Yung
Yes.
sa packages ko. Thank you. Sa inyo guys, magkaiba tayo kasi mga packages to na install. Maybe from your end, hindi siya ganun karami, no? Ang mga packages na andyan lang most probably will be those that come with base R. So we can't compare kasi marami na akong pinasok dito sa Rstudio ko. But we're going to learn how to install these packages later on. So first, kunin muna natin guys yung working directory nyo. Okay, working directory, get working directory. Yan. So saan lumalabas yung answer? If you see, notice guys, yung answer lumalabas dito sa console. So here, sinasabi dito na ang working directory ko raw, nasa drive C, nasa users, FMD, at saka downloads. Andi dito yung working directory. Okay, how about you guys? Saan lumalabas yung working directory nyo? Copy paste nyo, paki-chat, tingnan natin. Saan yung working directory nyo guys? Okay, so for some of you, nasa documents, yung iba sa inyo nasa downloads, so it really depends on your on how you downloaded your Rstudio. Now, if you want, guys, if you want to change the working directory, I prefer that I have a folder sa desktop. Doon ko linalagay yung working directory para madali ko ma-access. So how do you do that? You can change the working directory. Okay, but we will need to copy the file folder location. So siguro first guys, mag-create kayo sa desktop nyo na lang, no? Sa desktop nyo, maglagay kayo ng folder. You can name it any way you want, no? So sa akin, ang ginawa ko doon, nasa trial folder ko ba yun? Daming files open. Okay. So, nag-create ako ng folder, guys. Ito, no? Trial Working Directory. You follow, guys? So, in your desktop, you can create a folder of your choice. You can name it any way you want. Now, how do you get the file location of this? Anyone? Paano natin makukuha yung file location nito? Yeah, correct. We need to copy the address. How do we copy the address? You can unmute yourself, guys, if you want to answer. Paano natin i-copy, guys, yung ano nito? Pwede, location in the properties, no? Okay, so properties. Yan. Ito, no? Kaso hindi siya kompleto. No? Hindi nakalagay yung trial working directory. So ang suggestion ko is, so first, click that folder, and then go to home, and then here under clipboard, you can copy the path. Copy path. So let's do that, guys. I-copy natin yung path. Tapos babalik tayo sa R ngayon. Balik tayo sa Rstudio. And then, okay, hindi siya nag-ano ha. Alright. Kinopy-paste ko, guys, yung copy, ano. And then, we will have to use the command set working directory. Now, unfortunately, guys, si R, ayaw niya ng backward slash. So, lahat ng backward slash, guys, kailangan yung gawing forward slash. There. Forward slash natin. So, let me go backtrack a bit. Kanina may nag-suggest ng properties. Unfortunately, yung properties, guys, hindi sinasama yung folder name. Hanggang dito lang sa main root niya sa desktop, no? That's why what I do, as I showed you a while ago, I don't go to properties and then copy this. What I do is I highlight the folder and then home, and then itong copy path. That clear, guys? Clear yun? And then ipinaste ko siya dito, and then we have to append this code, this function set working directory. Okay, thank you. Yan, set working directory, guys, and then copy paste natin yung control V natin, no? Yung command V yata sa Mac. And then change the backward slash into forward slash. Kasi pag binackward slash natin yan, mag-error, no? Subukan ko backward slash. I'm going to retain the original Windows. Okay, binackward slash ko ulit. No? Then, how do I run this, guys? Nga pala, nakalimutan ko kanina. You go to the anywhere here in this line, anywhere here, and then Control Enter. You press Control Enter para mag-run siya. Kanina dito, either Enter or Control Enter dapat. No? So take note, guys. Control plus Enter to run a code. Okay, so yung first code na natutunan natin, get working directory, and then yung set working directory. Now, it's important to set your working directory kung saan natin gusto isa-save yung mga files natin. Okay, And later on, we're going to learn about projects, our projects. So I'm going to run this, Control Enter. Okay, anong error daw? Cannot change working directory. Bakit? May naging problema ba ako? Cannot change working directory. What's my problem? Ay, sorry. Hindi siya trial, folder trial, working directory. Okay, sorry. Notice guys na very particular si R sa mga pangalan, no? Kahit capitalization, very important 'yon kasi pag nagkamali tayo ng ano, pag nagkamali tayo ng spelling, hindi na niya i-run yun. Okay, so enter, control enter. There. So na-set ko na guys. Na-set ko na yung working directory ko. Okay. So let me now check get working directory. Tignan ko kung ano na yung working directory ko ha. Get working directory. Enter. So it's now users FMD desktop trial working directory. So I have changed now my working directory in this trial working directory. Okay, any questions so far, guys? Okay, thank you. Okay, so far, looks good. So, quick review, guys. What have we done so far? We have learned to navigate through our Rstudio. Sabi natin, 4 na window panes yan. Ito yung our script or our source. Ito yung console. This is your environment or global environment. This is your files, plots, and packages window. Each one of them have their own functions, and we'll get to learn them, guys, as we move along. Now, you can give a name to your working directory. Paano natin bibigyan ng pangalan? Okay, kunyari, dito guys. No? So I'm going to give my working directory a name. So I'm going to call it my working directory. Okay, so here I'm creating an object called my working directory. And the way I will assign this name is I'm going to use this, yung less than and minus. Okay. So, matagal pa kasi mag-shift ka niyan tapos minus na pag-type mo. Okay, ang shortcut niyan, alt minus. So you try that, guys. Alt minus. For Mac, it's option minus. Then automatically ilalabas yung assign. We call this the assignment operator. It's called the assignment operator. Okay, did anyone ask a question? I can't open the file from Canvas. Anybody experiencing the same? Itong R file, itong ano, yung 1.6. Did you download that 1.6? Charilyn, is that what you opened? Ano nangyayari? Wala? Ayaw niya?
Hello, sir.
Yes, oo.
Parang nakalagay, please install an app. Or if one is already installed, create an association in the default app settings page.
Na-download mo na yung Rstudio at saka R?
Yes, sir.
Sige, hindi. I can't answer that now, no? Babalikan kita mamaya after the class. Tingnan natin kung ano nangyari, ha?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sige. So, I'm here, guys, no? Nag-create tayo ng isang pangalan ng file location natin. Okay, kasi yung file location ko, as far as I'm concerned, is C users FMD desktop. Mahaba yan, ano? So I'm just going to assign it a name. I'll call it my RWD, our working directory. So this is how now I do it, no? Control D. Yung kanina, ito, no? This is the file location of my working directory. So I'm going to assign it a name. Ang pangalan na ibibigay ko, my RWD. Take note, R is very specific about yung capitalization, no? So my RWD. So we click command control enter. Ano nangyari? Ay, wait. Tama, wait na. Error, wait. Ay, sorry.
Sir, the slanting line.
Oo, kailangan. Yeah. Dapat forward slash. Okay, correct. Thank you. Should be forward slash. Okay. So instead of having this name C users FND desktop trial the working directory, I'm going to assign it a name. The name is my RWD. No? So let me run this. Okay. Now take note, guys, what happens. Below in the environment window, you have this. No? This is now an object called my working directory. And it's a name. If I click this, guys, if I click, hindi siya nag-open kasi name lang siya in reference to a location. Okay, so I can now repeat, instead of set working directory and then give it the file location, I'll just use my working directory. Okay, so let me run this. So set working directory, yung my RWD, and then get WD. Okay, so my working directory is now here. It's the same. Kaso nga lang, mas convenient to, guys, kasi later on, magagamit pa natin itong my working directory niya. Okay, so far? Okay, sige, let's continue, guys. Now, as I said a while ago, it's very important for us to make use of packages that people have done before. No? So gagamitin natin itong mga packages na to kasi itong mga packages na to, ito yung magbibigay sa atin ng many functionalities in R. May question ng hindi, okay, may question dito, guys. Yung file location sa Mac, those Mac users, guys, paano ba? So,
Sir,
yes,
I think she can or he or she can click the folder po na
okay,
ginawa niya from the desktop
okay. And
then go po for the wait lang.
i-click daw yung folder na ginawa mo sa desktop, tapos,
Show path bar.
okay, folder, click folder,
I mean yung settings po doon sa folder na ginawa, yung parang settings na logo.
i-click mo yung folder.
Apo, sir. I-open
Click.
din po.
And then, settings.
Apo, yung settings logo po, sir.
Settings logo, and
then, copy, tas yung file name po as path name.
copy file name, no? As
Path name po.
path name. Yan. Okay.
And then, pwede na po siyang i-paste doon po sa Rstudio.
Okay. Thank you. Yan.
Welcome po, sir.
Salamat guys. Salamat especially for the Mac users. I'll be needing your assistance. Okay. Thank you so much for helping each other out. I really appreciate this. Okay, clear na? Jillian, salamat ha.
Welcome po, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's now learn how to install packages. So some of the packages that we're going to use are ggplot. So isa-isa muna, no? So install packages. So type, by the way, na-notice ito guys yung may hashtag dito. Pag nag-hashtag tayo guys, ibig sabihin yan, comment yan. Hindi irarun ni Aryan. Kahit kunyari pumunta ako dyan, control enter. Wait. But sorry. Dapat ito. Dalaan ako nag-install siya. Okay. Nag-install na siya guys. No? Okay, wait. Kunyari, itong installing packages, yung comment na to guys. Pag rinan ko yan, rinaran niya yung nasa ilalim. Okay, so this will not be run guys. Ang rinan niya yung nasa ilalim. No? This will not be run because this is a comment. So how do we install packages? Okay, install that packages. So that's the code, no? Install that packages. And take note if I type, kunyari, habang tinatype ko, install that, kahit nga install pa lang, no? Nasa INS pa lang ako, INST. Okay, nasa INST. Lumabas na itong mga options na to. So you don't have to type everything kasi may intelligence na siya. You just have to press tab. No? Tab. So lalabas na yung code na gusto mo. Okay, clear yan guys? Okay, so for example, we want to install a package called tidyverse. So pakigawa nga ito, class. Tidyverse. Install that packages, tidyverse, and then control enter. And so notice that in the console, it will now run. No? Nag-run na siya. No? Tapos pag nag-run na siya, guys, pwede na siya makita dito, yung tidyverse. It will now appear in your packages. So where's tidyverse? Okay, tidyverse it's here. No? Andito na siya. Tidyverse. Okay, nag-install ba kayo guys ng tidyverse? And check if it appeared here in the files plots packages, if it appeared here. Okay, any questions? Okay, then how do we now require this? How do we now make use of this? Once we have installed it, guys, you don't need to reinstall it. You only install it once. Except later on kung mag-update kayo, kunyari, kasi this packages keeps on updating. So minsan twice a year, minsan once a year, and you might need to update it so that you can get the latest functionalities. So if we want to make use of this for our activity now, you will have to make use of another function called library tidyverse. Okay, library tidyverse, or the other option for this is require tidyverse. So either of these guys, either you use library tidyverse or require tidyverse. Okay, so if I enter this, control enter. Okay, how do I know that it's now available for use? You'll see in your console this arrow sign. It means that you're now ready to do the next command, next function. Okay, and take note, guys, that tidyverse is actually a package that comes with several packages. So it includes ggplot2, table, tidyr, etc. We're going to learn this more in greater detail. All right. Then what do you notice here? You know, guys, so conflicts, tidyverse conflicts. Okay, it tells us that yung package na dplyr, which comes with tidyverse, kasi when we installed tidyverse, it also includes these packages: ggplot2, tbol, tidyr, readr, per, dplyr, stringr, and forecast. So kasama yung mga packages na to. Now, sabi nga dito, conflicts in tidyverse. Ano din yung conflict? Kay dplyr, merong function of filter. Sa stats, meron din function of filter. Do you see this, guys? Paki-chat nga kung yes. If you see these conflicts. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, guys, meron tayong package which comes with base R. Ibig sabihin, pag in-install natin si R and Rstudio, kasama na kagad yung package na to na stats. Kaya ang sinasabi niya dyan, na may function kay dplyr na ang pangalan filter, meron din sa stats na filter. Okay? So, nagko-conflict sila. So, pag ganun, guys, you need to identify, no? Identify kung anong package ang ginagamit nyo. So, ano yung magiging code na yan? Ganito, guys. So, you have to name the package and then the function. dplyr double colon filter or stats double colon filter. But it says here masks, no? So, ibig sabihin, may conflict sila. So, in order to avoid that conflict, kailangan isasama mo kung ano yung package tapos yung function. Okay. Now, you can also install packages at the same time. Kasi dito sa una, ang ginawa natin isang package lang, ano? What we can do is install several packages at one time. So if you take a look at this, install that packages, then you have this C, combine or concatenate. Then identify natin yung mga packages na i-install natin. So ggplot2, dplyr, mass, and car. So could you kindly please check this? Hiran nyo nga, Control Enter. Okay. Sa akin, guys, ano siya, hindi muna ako magre-restart, no? Hindi ko na siya i-run na muna kasi hindi ko na muna i-restart kasi na-install ko na to, so I'm just repeating the function. Kayo, guys, pwede nyo pang i-ano yan. So, naran nyo ba yung line 33? Okay. Alright. Paki-check nyo nga, guys, kung sa packages, no, ando doon na si car. Kindly see if there's car there. Pati si mass. It should appear now in your packages. A question. How do you make use of the packages? Pag na-install na natin yung packages, guys, hindi automatic na magagamit na natin yon. Di ba sabi natin, kailangan irara natin itong library, tidyverse, or library, kung ano man yung package na yun, without the quotes, or require, and then the package. Another way to do it, guys, is this one. So may mga packages na tayo dito, no? Kunyari, I'm going to make use of car. What I'm going to do is just click this. No? Pag click natin to, guys, ayan. Na library na siya. See? Can you guys, just by clicking this, guys, makikita nyo na that's equivalent to typing library. Okay, so whatever is comfortable to you, you can just click any of your packages here. Ngari, kiklik ko itong Urka. Yan, so tingnan nyo, guys, yung command nyo talaga is library Urka. And now it's available. I can now make use of the functions of Urka. All right, so just some reminders. Once a package is installed, it should appear as one of those in the packages. No? Okay, you only install once, but it's good to update the package once in a while. Okay, to use the package, as I mentioned a while ago, ggplot2. All right, it's almost time, guys. Ano oras sa inyo?
10:46, sir.
At 10:46, okay, it's already time, no? Ngayon lang tayo mag-early dismissal, ha? Next time, hindi tayo mag-early dismissal. Hello? Walang reaction?
Okay po.
Okay lang po.
Joke lang yun. Kaya naman, no? Masyado kayong... kamusta guys ang first meeting natin? Okay lang ba? May natutunan? Thank you, Bianca.
Opo.
Sige,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
pakilagay naman kung may natutunan, ha?
Very helpful.
Yeah, okay. Excited ako na to journey with you in this subject. So guys, may mga videos na sa YouTube, no? I'm going to post it later sa announcement. Ang suggestion ko sa inyo guys, so that we are able to cover more materials, i-view nyo sa YouTube guys yung tutorials. Ang daming tutorials ng R. Kayo na lang magsasawa kung ano. In particular guys, you might wish to marine stats. Hanapin nyo to sa YouTube, no? Marine stats. Sorry. Dali, hindi ko yata everyone. So marine stats sa YouTube to, no? Very helpful. So meron siyang 17 videos on introduction to R, no? Marami pang iba statistical. Okay, so next meeting guys, we'll continue with this. And then we'll finish this and then we're going to start our first R Markdown file. All right? So sige guys, maraming salamat. Hope you enjoyed our session today. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
Sige. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
You take care everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. See you.
Sir,
Yes.
will you post to the recording?
Yeah, I
right?
will. Oo,
Okay.
I
Okay,
will.
thank you po, sir.
Okay, sige.